Joe Calzaghe was Britain's most successful world champion boxer. He remained undefeated throughout a glittering 27-year career. In his corner throughout those years was his father and coach, Enzo Calzaghe.
1990, this crazy musician took over as my trainer. Everybody telling me to move on, get a professional. I stuck with my dad because he taught me the basics and taught me how to box in the first place.
Enzo came to this country as a rock and roll musician, but gave up music to devote himself to his son's dream of becoming world champion. Now that Joe has retired, Enzo has to focus on the next generation of fighters. But after his split with star promoter Frank Warren, he's doing it all on his own. Can Enzo continue his amazing success story in this brave new world? Our cameras were there all the way in this, his most difficult year.
Well, split personality probably, I don't know.
Hey, listen to me!
I'm a friend of Enzo Calzaghe's, and it ain't easy.
I'm not hungry, you're hungry, go on.
I'm not fucking hungry!
I'm not hungry.
Time the game! Sit there! Let me do my job!
You gave him a 20 quid back. You're paying the ass of joking.
Jack, come on! I'll be Trevor, come on! Watch you, little Jack! Go!
Enzo's story started in this house. He grew up here when his father moved the whole family from Sardinia to England, where they settled in Bedford. Although the family moved back to Sardinia after 10 years, the mayor of Bedford wants to mark Enzo's coaching career with a little celebration. Typical of Enzo, he brings the whole clan with him.
How many?
A lot. About 20.
Well, it's in the Italian family, isn't it?
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Very recognisable.
Oh, thank you. Hello, darling. Can I give you a peck?
Oh,
Nice to meet you. Grazie. Sì.
Un po'.
Allora, questo è un figlio.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
Questa è la famiglia che ho. Teresa. They're not all my kids.
No?
Not all of them.
As well as Joe, there are the two sisters, Melissa
Salute, is Dad watching?
and Sonia.
They're all mad. Bipolar, the lot.
I used to be a referee, remember, between you two.
Enzo's brother Uccio,
Don't do it anymore.
Tony and Sergio accompany him on this day out. After the family returned to Sardinia, Enzo eventually came back to Britain as a rock and roll musician with dreams of stardom.
First of all, there's a certificate commemorating the fact that you.
Oh, fantastic!
That you came to Bedford and then went away.
Great stuff. This is fantastic. There's good memories. Absolutely, something I've been dreaming about all my life because you can't. The fact that I was 2 years old, 2.5 years old when I come to Bedford. So really, that's. Technically say I'm born in Bedford, like technically, right? Yeah. And I left when I was 13, 14. So I really maybe all that period I was in about 5 years still in Italy, then going back there. All I dreamt was gotta come back. For some reason I ended up in Wales, so I got a clue what happened. But in any case, I must have took the wrong road. That's what happened, right?
Well, Russell.
I know I met my wife. That's right. That's all. Sorry.
Good job, you did,
Yeah, sorry, Jack. It's for you, babe. It's not for you. It's for you, love.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
And of course, the main reason Enzo ended up in Wales is because he met and married Jackie. And Jackie isn't going to let him forget it.
You said how I ended up in South Wales. I thought, well, friggin' hell. I mean, we wouldn't be here now, would we? In there.
Fell in love.
No, but it was the way you said it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, what happened there? I don't know how I ended up in South Wales. I got kicked your bollocks.
Say it out in
Celebrations over, the whole clan dine out Sardinian style at the local Italian restaurant.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, very proud. I was quite proud, actually, quite teary.
Make a speech today.
Santino.
No, that's a great one.
Hey man, talk to you. Hey man, I say to you, not the thanks for my Santino.
Meanwhile, Jackie reflects on the first time she met Enzo.
To tide me over, I worked in a Wimpy bar. He walked in to look for a job, and I had to serve him. And I thought he was taking the mick then, because he kept changing his mind from coffee to tea. No, I love coffee. No, I love tea. So I thought, I'm not having this, and I couldn't say anything to him because I didn't want the sack. He asked me out, and I said no. When it was time to go home, I got my coat on and everything because it was the winter. And I seen him waiting outside. I thought, oh no. I fell in love with him.
The rest is history.
Fell in love with him straight away.
Calzaghe family life in Newbridge in the Gwent Valley has never been easy, as Enzo was always on the road with his rock and roll band. His absence plays large in Mel and Sonia's childhood memories.
We went around by the road and we didn't have a phone. And every single night Dad used to phone that phone at 7 o'clock every single night. We used to wait for Dad to ring at a certain time. When Dad was away, we'd come in by here and Mum would be there waiting by here and I used to sit on the shelf by here. The shelf was still here and it still stinks like it used to. And Mum would be here and Dad would phone this phone, didn't he, every single night.
Every night.
All of our childhood was by here. This is the only contact we had with Dad when it's on. And I go there, every time I drive past you, I get quite sentimental when I go past you every single time.
And when you were kids, you used to sit here?
I used to sit here and wait every single day for that phone to ring. For that phone to ring with me.
Enzo and his brothers Uccio and Sergio had been signed for an American tour when Enzo dropped a bombshell.
I believe we can make it. No, I always believe we can make it. And that night, I think we had reports from Brown Knight saying that's a fantastic, absolutely. The record companies were absolutely thrilled about it, and they said to me, "You better prepare yourself for America."
That was the first time that we actually thought we were going to actually make it there. I mean, America and all that in my head.
And I thought I'm not going to be you superstars. And I got on the phone. He was just saying, "Enzo!" He said, "What's that? Is it all right?" I said, "No, well, not really." I said, "What's that?" I'm quitting.
I mean, I thought he was telling a joke or something. No, you're joking. You're joking.
I didn't want it.
I said, "Yeah,
didn't want
it."
That must have been really difficult.
Yeah, but we carried on. We carried on for a bit. We carried on. Me and Sergio carried on, but basically it was over.
Did you ever regret that decision?
Never.
Of course not. That's what I was saying. Ever since his life went right as the job picked up and everything, so he made the right decision after all.
I was saying if he didn't do it,
maybe Joe wouldn't become what he was.
It wouldn't have happened with Joe, would it? Really?
Think about it.
I know Joe would have maybe made it somewhere else or whatever, but
move somewhere else.
But it was that connection there with Enzo and Joe.
26 years in the game, but sadly now he's gone. We're really gonna miss him. So dearly I could cry.
1990, this crazy musician took over as my trainer. Everybody telling me to move on, get a professional. I stuck with my dad because he taught me the basics and taught me how to box in the first place. And we got all the way to this year. Do you know what? If I really wanted to, I reckon we go another 2 or 3 years.
I know the way last performance.
So I can't be bothered.
So it is here in Newbridge, on an industrial estate on the edge of a rugby pitch, that a man who had never boxed in his life coached his son to become undefeated world champion and created the legendary Calzaghe Gym.
Enzo never had a boxing bout, ever. Right? The only boxing bout that Enzo's had, it was with me. I tell you, you can ask him yourself. So it must have been within himself. Instinct. If you asked him, where did you get this knowledge from? He didn't read books. He didn't do anything like that. But it was a team. It was like a Lennon McCartney team.
What's that like, having your brother and your father having such a tight relationship? Did you and your sister get neglected to some extent?
Yeah, I can put one word with jealous. Jealousy.
What were you jealous of?
Well, I wanted my dad to be as supportive with me with things I like to do. I wanted approval and for him to say, to push me. He never had time for me. He just didn't have time.
Of course you got the salute shows.
Yeah.
Again, get pissed again.
Give me the game. Oh, look at this guy here. We're thinking, ooh, fucking please, daddy, I'm allowed to go, Jake. Please, daddy, I'm allowed. Yes. No, Ness. Are you going to
Brian Doogan, sports writer and Calzaghe family biographer, has a few insights into Enzo.
He's just irrepressible. I think that's one word you would definitely associate with Enzo. You know, he's very spontaneous. I think he's lived his life how he's wanted to live his life, and there's no compromise there, and he doesn't want to compromise ever. And I think that's an essential part of his character, and everyone else has to kind of yield to that essence of his character.
You yellow hat shirt, oh yeah, get going!
Honestly, if Mussolini had more of a dictatorial complex, I'd be very surprised. I think that's why everybody yields to him.
From a very young age, Enzo was very argumentative. I mean, I've got to say that. I mean, me and him clashed, as you wouldn't believe.
Never reach the high that is
Passion, that's some passion with it.
He does all his like that, and then he realises what he says. Dad talks before he thinks.
We really fought. Me and Enzo really fought.
Did you come to blows?
Yeah.
Cool, tell me that.
And I'll tell you what, 2 seconds later we're kissing each other.
all right now, baby, it's all right now.
He says something and he thinks, oh, I offended that, and then he gets so sensitive then, bless him, so loving. He phoned the other day to tell us he loved us. So lovely.
We've never lost a game, me and Enzo, never.
Oh, sorry.
Don't sorry, my ass. You're supposed to be with us.
I'm a creator, an adventurer. I will seek, I'll travel, looking for the goals. A bit like Sir Percival, looking for the Holy Grail. But I found it.
Despite Joe's retirement, Enzo still has boxers left to train, each one wanting the same success as Joe. Former world champion Gavin Rees and former Commonwealth champion Bradley Price have both suffered defeats in their last fights. And they're on the comeback trail. Kerry Hope from Merthyr Tydfil has trained with Enzo for a couple of years. He's a hard worker but still has a few flaws to iron out.
What did you achieve out of that? Tell me. Wow, great round, son. 12 those. Is that it? So why should you knew damn well you pushing it. It wasn't Bradley, it was you pushing onto his shoulder. So change the foul. Come on.
He's an hard taskmaster. And especially if he's in a bad mood as well. You know about it, but you see now over there. 8 rounds. Some of the time there's no minute break between. So he'll get me fit, sure. I'll be in great shape come fight night.
Enzo holds a press conference to announce Team Calzaghe's commitment to Welsh boxing and introduce Kerry Hope's next fight for the Welsh Boxing Championship.
I want to develop something in Wales that's been lacking for a long, long time. So all I'm going to do is, it's really, as far as I'm concerned, stay with the Welsh heritage. And that's the reason I'm doing it for. That's why Joe is doing it for.
For Kerry Hope, the Welsh Championship will be a step up to the big time. The fight night arrives at Merthyr. Since the bust-up with Frank Warren, this is Team Calzaghe's first show. It's vitally important to both boxers and promoters alike. Reputations will be won or lost over the next few hours.
I had to do that.
Team Calzaghe have no desire to be in the business of losing.
Yes, fine, yeah.
Joe's in much demand by his public.
You know, to be honest, people ask me what it's like to be retired. To tell you the truth, I'm probably busier now. I am retired than when I'm fighting.
And Enzo runs around trying to sort out those little details.
What's sugar in that? Come on, then. Let's forward them.
Oh, come on, man. For fuck's sake, man. You know, what about T-Boy or what?
Bastards! Where's the bloody programs?
You only bought one. You could make a fortune with it. You could make a fortune.
We bought 4.
All right, I forgive you then.
Backstage, the atmosphere is buzzing and adrenaline is running high. Even Joe and his boxer friend Enzo Macrinelli are brushed aside.
You passed me like that.
I did an Enzo then, didn't I? And both of you! And both of you! I bashed a pair of them up.
There's a good turnout in Merthyr.
Joe, let me go in the corner.
He's a lightweight.
No way, get over.
Yeah. 2 shandies and he's pissed.
Even the local wags have come along to watch Kerry Hope fight for a Welsh championship.
I can't wait. Got top man to my hands as well.
I didn't understand one bit of what she said then, so no, I just, Enzo's asked me to come down and help him, so I'm honoured, especially fighting for the Welsh title, like.
I got an Englishman to my hands for the Welsh title.
Welsh in me, I believe.
It's Kerry's turn to go into the ring. Winning will propel him into a series of big title fights and big money. If he loses this fight, it's a serious blow to his career. Kerry is excited to be fighting in front of his home crowd, and he lapses into those bad habits. A split second, a clash of heads, and Kerry's career is in freefall.
Hey, listen to me! That was a jab. The ability is fellas. No, well, yeah, to me. Shit. Next round up. Hold you else.
After 1 minute 52 seconds of round 4, with Kerry Hope having sustained a bad cut to the right eye, the referee has stopped the contest in favour of the winner and new light middleweight champion Wales, Joe!
The loss means Kerry has to take a step back, and for Enzo, it looks like a tough year ahead for Team Calzaghe.
Right, now then, what we're going to do, okay, because you've got Vaseline, let your head relax, because you can't sit with your head up in the air, this is going to take a quarter of an hour, because you've got Vaseline in it.
So Kerry counts the stitches. The MC counts his gloves.
So I've lost 3.
You've lost 1 pair.
3 pairs, there was 4 pairs.
And Enzo counts his losses.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, bye. This is reality boxing as well, reality life. It's not always fun, there's always smiles. It's a lot of loneliness, as you can see. There's no boxer here today. The most hurtful thing you find that a trainer will absorb is basically when obviously let down by his boxers. And most of the let down is not on the loss sometimes. Loss does never let a trainer down. As far as I'm concerned, if my boxer lost, it would never let me down. That's not let down, that's the facts. People win and lose. But obviously, I think the loyalty is different. The minute they lose, the minute they've gone down, who's the first guy to blame? A trainer. Blame is awful. Listen, blame is awful. So if you got blame for something that's not your fault, then it hurts.
After 10 years living in the UK, Enzo's father returned to Sardinia when Enzo was 12 years old. And whenever there's a chance, Enzo flies back to see him. Enzo likes to take an entourage wherever he goes, and this trip is no exception. In his party are his brother, Uccio, his son-in-law, Dave, and the local Blackwood landlord, Darren. Enzo's sister, Alban, who lives in Sardinia, meets him at the airport.
That is my sister. Beautiful. Hey, that's my brother. That's hey, I don't know. I don't know. That's my sister, dishwasher. She does the beds.
Yes, for my brother.
So I done my beds, right? So tonight you'll be sleeping in the...
I'm not well paid for that anyway.
Oh, Danny boy. The pie. Give that tune up the bed.
Enzo has also flown over Brian Doogan, Joe's biographer, who's attempting to make sense of Enzo's life. On this trip, Enzo plans to spend time with his father on his 84th birthday, as well as working with Brian Doogan. But his entourage just want a holiday.
For that?
Yeah, me.
So
Yes,
I've got to drive the car then?
You've got to drive the car then.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm here to work with Enzo in his autobiography and to see a bit of life in Sardinia, which is where he's from. So obviously we've been working on the book now for some time, and we're over here to visit his dad, see his family, see some friends, and get a flavour of life in Sardinia.
Brian wants to know why the family came back to Sardinia after 10 years in the UK.
Being there for 10 years, he then decided after 10 years that obviously he didn't want to stay there. He liked the working thing about Britain, but he missed his friends. He missed the way of life here.
So when you come back to Sardinia, like what are your feelings about what you left behind and where things have moved on towards?
Well, sadly, the sad part of that is that technically I should be quite saddened by that, you know, nostalgic, you know, which I don't feel myself, for some reason I don't feel nostalgic whatsoever, you know. I think probably there's a pace of life, could be that. I think that's probably the key is a pace of life. You're so laid back, you know, look at those people over there in the corner. Let's spend the time, 2 hours there, talk about what? That's the way the life is here.
It will never change because the day that Enzo stops his stressing life, I think it's the end for him. Because he always lived like that, so we're so used to see Enzo in that way there that I can't imagine Enzo sitting down, you know, just having a cup of tea and staying quiet and still. It's not him. It won't be him, honestly.
Hi, I'm Darren Evans. I'm a friend of Enzo Calzaghe's, and it ain't easy.
Watch me feed this fat bastard here. My
Please, Ed, could it make me new champion?
There's some excesses going on in here.
Hi, I'm Shane Walker. Been a friend for over 30 years, and it ain't easy.
Hey, boy! Where's the cappuccino, boy?
On its way.
Boy, stop! I want a taxi here. I want this guy sent to the airport now, this minute.
To die for and be a nation again and stood again.
They're really bad. Very drunk. I've been drinking liquids all through the night, look. You're gonna buy it, bro?
Enzo's father is 84 today, and Enzo's arrived with his gang.
Aspetta!
Ciao, no.
Ciao, American.
Happy birthday.
Ciao, grazie. Ciao,
Happy birthday.
Grazie.
Joe's asked Enzo to pass on £1,000 gift to his grandfather, but Enzo wants to play a joke.
Da Joseph, da marcia di cose. Marcia di cose, da show, ok? Di cosa, vai da.
Daddy, ma 200 sterline, 200?
200.
Hai ciao,
Giuseppe! Yeah, I gave the 200, he loved it, 200. He loved it, don't laugh at.
And then it's off to his sister's house for a proper Sardinian welcome.
I'm used to it anyway. I always work. No, I don't work like this every day. But when they come over, I'm always pleased to do this, you know, with Enzo, with my brothers and everybody anyway.
And is there so many of them?
Yes, that's how we are. Every time he comes over, he never comes over on his own.
I don't mind, I try anything. I'll drink anything.
And we had snails, I think, wasn't it? And he was putting them in his mouth and just chomping them.
I'll try now. Watch now.
That's a shell, they're good for you.
Are they?
They're very good for you.
And it's always like this, about 8, 9, 10, always all together, so I'm used to it. When they say, oh, you definitely look like Enzo, it's
Sonny, your legs like Enzo, your legs like Enzo.
Thank you very much, I know.
Legs like Enzo, she walks like you, doesn't she? She got same frame from the down the legs.
Oh, that's not fair.
She's pretty from the
That is horrible.
You can't say that.
Are you trying to say
You think that, you can't
that
say
is
that.
horrible? I think, yeah, I mean, to me, I've always been on adrenaline. I think that's what keeps me alive. You know, because I come out here, I do not myself. I don't know myself. I act, you know, I actually look in the mirror and question myself. I mean, I do. What have I done that for? Well, my split personality, probably. I don't know. By fire, I don't hold anything back. I don't hold nothing back. You want to eat or what?
I don't care.
I don't care. I care means nothing. Do you want to eat or not?
I can have a cup of tea. We can have a cup of tea in the cafe
Well,
across the road.
let's go. Let's go. What you got done? Where do you want to eat?
We've got to make a move now, haven't we?
There's restaurants there. Oh, look, it's written Ristorante. The meat.
I fucking wanted. You said no.
I eat my mind off. I'm not hungry. You're hungry. Go and eat.
I'm not fucking hungry.
I'm not hungry.
I'm not fucking hungry. Hey.
I live off air, fresh air.
Let's sit fucking
go.
down.
Hey, ice creams.
Right, go for ice.
Ice cream. I like for ice cream. Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, lovely stuff.
Ice cream there. That's what you got before. Ice cream. Ice cream.
What the mind, what the body. Oh, no, say again.
This is the best part of Sardinia. Hiya, Enz. Just sit there quietly.
You fucking mad, you are. You shouting at me, right?
We got to feed him now.
The boys sneak away from Enzo to get an authentic Italian pizza.
Tell him everyone takes it over in the box.
Okay. Corso Margherita di Savoio. This is where Enzo used to live, myself, just along the street.
Around the corner, yeah.
And this was the best pizzeria you could have your...
I've been here a long time, man.
Oh, it's been a long time here.
That is what you call a pizza.
Very good. And we all go and eat. That's it.
Life always is complicated with your brother.
All the time. He's, as I say, what's the word for it? He's very charismatic, and eventually you find out what he's saying. It takes a couple of hours, maybe.
You don't know what you want. He'd say one thing, and 10 seconds later, it's a different thing. We're doing something different. I just want to stop the world and get off.
It's the last night, and they're all off to Alban's for the traditional Sardinian barbecue in the basement.
Che cosa?
There's every bit of meat that you can think about.
Yes, because it's
But it goes down well with a nice glass of wine.
Especially that wine.
It's a bit like Hannibal Lecter. With a nice little bit of Chianti.
We are here tonight, and thank you very much.
That's it. One blue corner.
What you want to add, you?
Off the blue corner. Come on.
In the blue corner, mango.
Get on with it.
Ladies, lords and gentlemen, and fight fans round the world. Yeah, we are here tonight. And coming out of the blue corner, Mario, the Lighthouse Champion. Coming out of the red corner, all the way from Newbridge, Enzo Alba coming up the red.
You've backed it up now.
Next time on Calzaghe Clan.
If things carry on the way they are, then I got no option but to leave the gym.
Don't you touch my fucking fighter. They've got principles. It ain't about what they do. It's principles.
Can't wait.
you